To achieve the ACER Certificate in Reading Level 2, students may need to demonstrate their ability to interpret implicit information in a narrative text. This requires students to read between the lines and identify ideas that are suggested or implied in a text. It's an important skill because it can help a reader think more deeply about the characters and understand their motivations within a narrative text. Let's have a look at this section from a short story called Aunt Casey. The narrator of this story is a boy and he is describing an outing with his Aunt Casey. I know we're only supposed to be strolling along the river. She had unlocked the shed and single-handedly pulled a boat down to the sandy bank before she had finished her sentence. But I thought it was high time my favourite nephew and I had a bit of fun. She stood at the back of the boat, feet apart, rocking from side to side. She wasn't trying to scare me, she was trying to scare herself. My emotions were secondary. Now, the text doesn't tell us directly, but how would you describe Aunt Casey's behaviour? What words do you think would sum her up? Let's look at the text again. We get the impression that she enjoys taking risks and having a bit of fun. So it could use words like daring or playful. Well, she's rocking the boat on a river, which is kind of dangerous and a bit reckless. So there we have it. Daring and playful, and probably a few other words would fit too. What the author is doing is challenging a stereotype of how adults are expected to behave. But remember, daring, playful, and unconventional are not words that are in the text. We were able to interpret Aunt Casey's behaviour from what she said and what she did, and then we were able to describe her behaviour and then get a feel for the sort of person she is. This is an example of interpreting implicit information in a narrative, meaning the ideas are in the narrative, but the words themselves aren't in there. So here's what to remember. To interpret implied information about a character in a narrative, firstly, read the text carefully. As you read the actions of the character, use your judgment to describe them as you go, always being prepared to change your view if you need to. When you've finished reading, test your views of the character by looking for evidence in the text to support your opinion.